First off, thank you for clicking on the video. Today's video is a controversial one. I'm talking about walking and fat loss. More importantly though, why walking is more beneficial for fat loss than running is, and how walking can help you remove that stubborn belly fat. You said you can't spot reduce. All will be explained. I'll be going through points of interest regarding fat loss and why I personally believe walking is superior to running. So let's go. Before we start, I'm not saying running or cardio isn't important for heart health or fitness in general, because running is amazing. It reduces heart disease, it allows you to be more active, and it doesn't require a gym membership. If you love to run, then do it. What I am saying is though, that running isn't always the best option to lose that stubborn fat, especially if you are overweight and looking to shift some pounds. Weight loss comes down to one simple thing, and that's energy balance, using more calories than you consume. If your diet isn't great and you are eating a surplus amount of calories, then no amount of walking is going to help. So that's the first place you want to start. Exercise or being more physically active is then the next step to consider. This doesn't have to be vigorous exercise. It can be as simple as a brisk walk. So why am I obsessed with walking for fat loss and losing stubborn belly fat? Well, quite simply, it's easy. Everyone can do it and it's not taxing. Walking has a great effect on mental health as well. Getting out and away from the stress of life can be a beautiful thing. So why walking over running or other forms of cardio? Well, like I just said, walking is easy. Everyone can do it. You can do it any time of any day. You can break walks so you're not doing it all in one go. Or you can plan time to complete it in one go. It's up to you. 1,000 steps burns around 40 to 50 calories, person dependent, and that can be completed in around 15 minutes depending on the speed you walk. But how many steps should you do? If you've been into fitness for any amount of time, you'll know that the golden number that's thrown around is 10,000 steps. The reason this number is seen so much is because when the first pedometer ever came out in Japan, it was called the 10,000 step meter, and that is where it was all first born. It had no real meaning, just that's what the name meant, so that's why everyone said 10,000 steps. Now in 2021 though, we know that there is some ideals about aiming for 10,000 steps per day, because this shows a good amount of activity. What's best for you depends. If you are currently sedentary and your step count is around 2,000 to 3,000, then I would say aim for double that. If you are doing double already, then aim for 10,000, if that's easy to aim for. Hit 10,000 steps a day consistently, then when that's consistent, aim for more. Again, consistency is the key. You must stick with it and do it every single day. Having the odd day off isn't an issue as long as your weekly average is close to it. 10,000 steps is roughly 500 calories, which over a week equates to 3,500 calories. It is said 1 pound of fat is roughly 3,000 calories of energy. So if you are eating in a deficit, do 10,000 steps a day, you will lose fat. But imagine doing 20,000 steps a day, you would be burning 7,000 calories per week. Weight loss made easy. Why isn't running that great for fat loss? Running is high impact. If you are heavily overweight and start running, you run the risk of aches and pains and potential injuries. Another issue with running is it's highly adaptive. As you get fitter, you have to push yourself harder to burn the same amount of calories that you did when you first started out. Walking, on the other hand, isn't very adaptive and is less intense for the same outcome. Walking short distance burns sugar, long walks burns fat. So yes, it's true, but isn't technically true. When you do any form of training, your body will initially deplete or use up either A, what you have recently eaten, or B, the glycogen stores in your body. Then once it's done that, your body starts to use fat. But here's the kicker. Your body would rather use protein or carbs over fat. So if you use up all your carbs or train fasted, you won't necessarily be burning stored body fat. A little bit will be fat, but a percentage will also be protein, which is muscle. But this is all irrelevant though, because if you are eating in a calorie surplus and you're still training fasted, your body will just replace what you have burnt with what you've been eating. A short walk versus a long walk though, at the end of the day, the further the distance or longer the duration of walking will burn more calories. So the bottom line, walk for as long as you can each day rather than just doing X amount. It will burn more fat than walking shorter periods. Take home points. Increasing your steps along with eating fewer calories is the key to weight loss. No matter who you are, my professional recommendation for everyone would be to aim for 10,000 steps per day. Increase protein intake and reduce your calorie consumption. Then also, if you want, resistant train 3 times per week. If you do that consistently over 6 months, you will be a completely different person. At the beginning of this video, I did mention that walking is the key to removing stubborn belly fat. Well, if you consistently are losing fat, then walking more will eventually remove that stubborn fat you so badly hate. Again, consistency is the key. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then make sure to give it a like. If you haven't already, then hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I hope to see you all for the next video. Until next time, farewell.